exciting episode of Talktime with the Bondedsouls. My name is Yeyoli Precious, and with me here is
Shiphrah.
And we welcome you to another exciting episode of Talktime with the Bondedsouls. We love you guys for all the comments, all the likes and shares, subscribes that we've gotten so far. We are really, really grateful, and we do not take them for granted. I don't know, Shiphrah, welcome them and let them know what we have today.
Hi everyone. So today we are going to talk about an exciting topic that we know that everyone will love, and then everyone will learn from it, including ourselves.
Yes.
So today's topic is contentment. Contentment has actually been one of the major problems that has been affecting everyone, because we will not categorize it. It's for everyone: young, adult, semi-adult, semi-young, semi-demi, semi-young, stuff like that. So it's for majorly everybody,
even toddlers.
Actually, be like so, because
yes,
the small baby
in this time that
a child comes to you and tell you, "Mommy, I want sweet," and because she saw her friends,
she also
begins
wants
from there. Starts from
somewhere actually. My question to our beautiful and handsome viewers is: are you contented with what you have, with who you are, where you are, like generally everything about you? Because I feel like it's something, contentment is an attribute that comes from within. It has to be, you yourself have to recognize it, that yes, I am contented, before people around you would actually notice it and like, oh, this person has the virtue of contentment. And that's why I ask once again, are you contented? It's a question that I don't need your answers, but then it's something that you yourself should be able to answer and judge yourself.
Think about it
and know where you stand actually.
Yeah, so contented actually means a state of being satisfied and happiness. It carries a lot of attributes.
Yeah.
Satisfaction, happiness, humility, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So being contented, like she said, has to be something that you yourself have to dwell in it, have to recognize it from within you. You can't just wake up one morning and say, yes, you are contented. No, it doesn't
work that way.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't even start from that. It doesn't even start from that.
Yeah.
And basically, we found out that our youth of nowadays, let's start from the youth of nowadays, we are hardly contented with what we have.
And I believe that greed actually births uncontentment. Actually, because it is when you're how will I put it? When you want more, it's not a bad thing to want more. It is how you desire what you want that is actually the bad thing.
Yeah.
Because if you're desiring something in a way that it's negative, it will breed uncontentment, and at that point you start thinking, oh, why don't I have this? Why do I not have this? But then it also goes in two ways. When you desire something, I believe that it shouldn't result to you thinking that I am supposed to have more than what I have right now. You should still appreciate what you have while desiring for more actually, and working towards it. Not that you're just you are not contented with what you have and you're desiring for more in such a negative way, and it's now judge your thinking about what you have actually.
Yeah, just like you said, true contentment is not about having everything.
Yes,
but being satisfied with
being
what
happy
you have.
With what you have.
Will you have wealth and then there's no happiness, there's no peace of mind, because peace of mind is just one of the attributes of contentment.
Yes.
You can't tell me you are wealthy and you don't have peace of mind.
It makes me
want to question your wealth. That where did your wealth come from?
It makes me remember that point where they said, excuse me. It makes me remember where they said, oh, the rich also cry. Actually, and the rich also cry is not for all the rich people actually, because you are rich, okay, fine. There are going to be challenges and there are going to be times that it seems like things are hard, but I don't think that should judge your state of mind about this position you're in, and you're like, oh, I don't like where I am. If you don't like where you are, it's something to work towards. It's good to want a good thing.
Yeah, it's
Everybody
not
wants
bad to
good
want
tidings.
something,
Yes,
but once
exactly.
your desire
Is now
and your
clouding
wants
your
already clouding
your sense
state
of
mind.
judgment.
Yeah, it's already getting
It's
to
now becoming another
thing.
thing, and it's leading to greed. And greed births so many.
I think I was talking to someone and I was saying to them, the higher your desire, the higher your level of thinking.
Yes.
And then once your desire is now like driving you to another level, which is not meant to be, your state of mind, your state of thinking, everything changes.
It's to change. It's
from
transform.
how high it is, it might actually go down.
Yeah.
It might actually go down.
Yeah.
So this contentment, everything, let's take it back to the
Word of God,
the spiritual. So we say contentment. We have to be contented with what we have. We have to be contented. Contentment doesn't really mean that you have everything. It has to do with even with the little you have, you are satisfied with it.
Yes. Do you know that contentment actually also, like, it means entering God's rest totally.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, if you don't have something or you're desiring something, but you're contented with what you have at that moment, you're literally telling God, you know what, just take over. I am fine where I am, but then I want this, but I will just let you take the wheel and have your way in my life, basically. It's just like entering God's rest. And anyone who enters God's rest definitely does not have a problem on contentment.
Remember when Jesus wanted to die on the cross and then he went to pray, telling his 12 disciples to pray for him. You know, he made a statement, it was like, not of my will, but of God's will.
Yeah.
That it was like, of my own will, I would love this cup to like
pass over me,
but of God's will, let thy will be done. So most times, I feel like that is also related to contentment.
So contentment, yes. It has to do with contentment.
It's also related to contentment. And most times, where you are might not actually be
what you want.
Might not actually be what you want, but then there is peace of mind.
Yeah.
There is humility.
Yeah.
There is satisfaction.
And there is
rest.
Exactly. Rest. And that word envy is not there.
So, part of the attributes of contentment, we have humility, we have satisfaction, we have happiness, we have lack of enviness, we have so many attributes that are under contentment. And I believe a contented person should possess all the attributes.
Yeah. And yes, like I said, it's like contentment is like entering God's rest. Part of the attribute of contentment is rest. Like you are at peace with yourself.
Peace of mind.
There is this overwhelming peace that you feel every time you know that, okay, at this stage of my life, I am okay. I don't mind whatever God is going to do for me, but at the moment, I am fine.
What I have is not much, but then I am happy with what I have.
Exactly, you're satisfied. And like that word envy is not part of you. Because envy, from greed, it goes to envy. And then uncontentment starts to grow within that person. In a situation that this person has started breeding in his heart or her heart, greed, and from there they get envious of other people achievements, and there is something that is not right to envy the sinners. Actually, I wouldn't want to use that word, but then it is not, as a believer, or rather someone of good moral standards, you shouldn't become envious of other people, aside their character, aside their moral beliefs or anything, aside anything that has to do with morality or anything. But then, as someone who you know who you are, so enviness, or rather envy, is a bad attribute anybody can have, because it leads to so many things. It leads to you wanting to do something that in a lifetime you wouldn't think of it at all. It leads to you like having some certain set of thoughts that are not meant to even come close to your part of thinking. But then, like we said, it's something that it's from within. You should ask yourself if you're contented, and if it is not that you are showing like traits of, okay, you are envious of this person's achievement, you are envious, okay, oh, this person has this, why don't I have it? That is when it becomes something that, okay, on contentment and setting.
Okay, let's go to spiritual contentment.
Yeah.
Spiritual contentment is a result of spiritual awareness. It's a result of you being spiritually alert and you being a positive thinker. It's going to affect your pattern of thinking.
Yes.
Spiritual contentment. Now, while she was talking, something jumped on my mind.
Okay.
Acknowledging God. Acknowledging God will help you to be contented.
Yes.
Because everyone wants something. We have wants, we have our needs.
No man that does not even have
There's
this.
a particular video that went viral, particularly, I said, no man can be satisfied. Only God can satisfy man. Satisfy man. So in this contentment of a thing, so contented also means satisfaction. Only God can satisfy us.
And I believe that contentment, like now, okay, I don't have a child, but then I have a little sister. And it is something that I believe that I have tried in my own possible way to instill in my younger sister. And it is something that has been instilled in me by my parents, actually. My sister is someone, or rather I'll say, I made sure she's not the type that would look at other people and what they have and then use it to judge her thinking of where she is presently.
That's what's affecting the youth
Yes,
now.
because many people believe that because they come from this certain
person.
background, they ought to be like this person. They ought to have what this person has. And it is because of right from when they started their upbringing, there is no boundary. There is no boundary that, yes, there is no discipline of, you need to be contented with whatever you have. Because if you're not contented with what you have, you want to seek for more. And seeking for more is going to make you to do some certain things that are not okay. Because I wouldn't want to use any other word. But then, just like I said, contentment, parents need to start instilling that part of moral, that part of character into their children. Because you see young children, because of their sister, their friends has this thing, they'll get home maybe from school and they're telling their parents they want this, and the parents is wondering why this certain thing.
The parent is not like financially
okay or buoyant enough, and even at times the parent or the mother or the father will be wondering, why are you suddenly asking for it, not knowing that he or she has had the experience of seeing it with his or her friend and then wants it, and that is where greed sets in and uncontentment. So
Philippians 4 verse 11.
Yeah.
I want us to study here. Not that I am being. I want to remember that passage. Okay, not that I'm speaking of being in need, but I am satisfied with whatever God has given unto me.
Yes.
So, like I said earlier, for a man to be contented, he has to acknowledge God.
You have to know.
He has to acknowledge God. You have to know who God is. I told someone a particular time that, okay, we're talking about a particular topic, and I told them, before you can get to this topic, you have to acknowledge God. Number one thing, because if you don't acknowledge God, there's a certain level you will get to. Your wants, your desire will drive you crazy. Will drive you far.
Things that are not.
Will drive you to a certain level that when you get there, to turn back will be very hard.
Difficult.
It will be very, very difficult. So, but once you acknowledge God, you allow Him take possession of you.
Yes, and you align.
Even right from the onset, I don't know why we always feel like maybe right from the onset we are the owner of our lives. Right from the onset, God created humans. For Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created the world, He created the heaven and the earth, He created everything. The 7 days, and on the last day, He created man. He created us, man. He created us. We don't own a thing about ourselves.
Yes, we don't.
Though definitely they said God has given us the choice to pick within good or right, and He has given us the grace of salvation. And a particular point in time when the scriptures keep talking, when you go to someone's place to preach the salvation, first time, second time, person refuse to hear, just pack your things and go. Because God has given us the capacity to choose. So He's not going to enforce.
Yes,
He's never going to enforce anything
on anybody.
As long as you don't call Him,
yes,
He will be looking at you. You have to call Him. Yeah. You have to invite Him. So I feel like to be contented, you have to acknowledge God.
Yes.
I don't know why we youth of now believe that. Must we call God in everything? Must we call God in everything?
Yeah.
But acknowledge God. Let God be take possession back of who you are.
He's interested in every part of
and
our
then
lives,
you begin
actually.
to, you know, acknowledging God is like accepting Christ, and then you have this peace of mind.
Yes.
You have this
You'll be like,
rest.
oh, even though I don't have this,
yes.
I am okay. I am satisfied. I believe God is going to do it. I know He is going to do it, and like that, you begin to find things becoming easier.
For you. Exactly.
There'll be less stress that, oh, I need this. There'll be less pressure. This whole overwhelming pressure from the society would not have effect on you.
Because most of the time, those pressures alone might want to drive your wants and desire.
Yes.
And then as a human, a believer, and every other thing, you have to acknowledge God. You have to allow Him take possession of you. You have to have this peace of mind, because when you have this peace of mind, you feel relaxed, you feel content, you feel satisfied with whatever you might not have gotten everything that you're dreaming of, but then you feel satisfied.
Yeah.
So I feel contented should be possessed by everybody. Contentment should be possessed by everybody. Everybody should work on their level of contentment.
Yes.
Everybody, both the young, the adult, the semi-adult,
I don't know where
the semi-adult. You know, these days we just give ourselves one kind description that this one is still a baby adult. Hey, we hear baby adult, you hear child adult.
Like one of our friends, I'm sure friend always say he's a child. He's still a child.
Somebody that is 24, 22.
He said he's a
calling
child.
himself a child. No, look at that.
So irrespective of your age, your level, your gender, your level of education, you just have to be contented. Everything you do, your decision, your choices, everything.
God.
Acknowledge
Allow
God.
Him take possession.
Align your will with ease, purpose by purpose, step by step, and you find things becoming
easy for you. Peace of
less
mind.
pressure. You go your way, people go their way. There's no, I need to work 3 times harder. Fine, you need to work hard, but it's not that, you are running bicycle eating mara and everything does scatter, jam pepper, scatter, and everything will just be like, and you'll not be like, how did I get here? Like, at one point,
even to go back will be hard.
Yes, and then to now walk back and then take some certain decisions will just be like, you know what? It's
like one of my brother will say, when people keep telling you, you can still do it. You
cannot do it again. You cannot do it again.
So viewers, we draw the curtains here, and then we are still coming back.
Yeah.
We are still coming back because
with more knowledge on this whole thing.
Yeah. And also we want to remind our viewers that God is everywhere. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And there's something I want to also let you know, that even before you are conceived, God has known you, and He has plans for you. Yeah, and it's not a plan of evil, but a plan of good. So at every point in your life, don't think about it that your sin is greater. I don't know how great your sin can be, but Jesus is ready to forgive you and accept you. Remember, God has given us His Son to die for us.
Yes.
And then that's one of His greatest love for us. He has died on the cross for all our sins. Yeah. He just wants you to open up your heart to accept Him, wholly and acceptable, with your whole, your being, your entire self. And then accept Him and accept rest. Accept Him and enjoy peace of mind.
Yes.
Accept Him and enjoy contentment.
Yes.
And enjoy sweet and lovely life. Yeah. And I pray that God will continue to help us all.
Yeah, so remember to subscribe after watching this video. Remember to like, remember to comment and share. Shiphrah, tell them. Share with your family members, your friends, your enemies, your church members, even your pastors in church. Share with everybody. Let them come and enjoy what you're also enjoying. And yes, that will be all today on today's episode, and we hope to see you again. Until then, be kind to one another, and bye.